Welcome back, students. In this lecture, we are going to see what will be the Fourier transform of modulation function or Fourier transform of the function where the function is multiplied with trigonometric function, that is sin ax or cos ax, those things. So when that thing is multiplied and we are finding the Fourier transform of that product of functions, then we call it modulation theorem. Okay, so it is very much important because very often we will find a signal or function will be multiplied with trigonometric functions such as sine function, cosine function. So then what will be the complex Fourier transform, that we are going to see. After that we will see the real transform, real Fourier transform, that is cosine Fourier transform, sine Fourier transform. So all together we will discuss in this lecture. So let us start with modulation theorem and the statement. What will be the statement? So statement says that f of w, this capital F of w, be the Fourier transform of the function f of x. Fourier transform means here complex Fourier transform. So complex Fourier transform of this small f of x. Then what we have? Fourier transform of f of x cos ax will be 1 by 2 times f of, or 1 by 2 times capital F of w plus a plus capital F of w minus a. Now we are going to prove this statement. As I already told in the previous class, proof is very important in Fourier transform, because if you know the proof you will get many idea to solve new and different problems. So let us start with the proof. So proof will start from LHS. So LHS is what? F of small f of x cos ax. Now what we will do? We will apply the Fourier transform formula. So formula is 1 by square root of 2 pi integration minus infinity to infinity. Here we will write the function, but function is here f of x cos ax, okay, into e to the power minus iwx dx. Okay, now how to solve? Here we have function f of x that we don't know, again cos and exponential function, but we can solve it easily. How we will solve it easily? Here if you see cos ax, so what we will do? We will use Euler's formula. So what Euler's formula tells? E to the power I theta equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Yes or no? E to the power minus I theta will be cos theta minus I sin theta. So what will happen? From these two expression we can get cos theta. So what will be cos theta? If I add these two and divided by 2, that means e to the power I theta plus e to the power minus I theta by 2, then it will give cos theta. So similar way here we have what? Cos ax. So how we will replace this? Cos ax will be, if we replace ax in terms of theta, so it will be what? E to the power I ax, okay, plus e to the power minus I ax by 2. So this formula we are going to use, okay. Now if we use, what will happen? Let's see. First write down. So 1 by square root of 2 pi integration minus infinity to infinity f of x. So here inside we will write e to the power I ax plus e to the power minus I ax divided by 2 whole into e to the power minus iwx dx. Now next step is to expand this one, and the factor 1 by 2 is there, we will take to the left. So it will be 1 by 2 times, okay, then into 1 by square root of 2 pi, then we will write the bracket. So here if you see inside there are two terms. One is e to the power ax another is e to the minus x. So we will take two different terms, then we will get two different integrals. So those two integrals will be in addition form. So what we will do, it will be integration minus infinity to infinity f of x. So first if I take e to the power iax, and here if we take e to the power minus iwx, so what will be the thing, the exponent will add. So it will be e to the power minus I into what, w minus a into x. Now if you see, so it will be minus iwx, so this one will got, then minus into minus plus, so plus iax, so first is satisfied, so into dx, plus another integral will be similarly minus infinity to infinity f of x e to the power, here you see, so minus here and minus both are minus there, so we'll take minus I into w plus a x dx, clear, then close the bracket. So now you separate it, so it will be what, in the form 1 by square root of 2 pi into minus infinity to infinity f of x e to the power minus I into w minus x a into x dx, okay, this plus again 1 by square root of 2 pi integration minus infinity to infinity f of x e to the power minus I into a w plus a x dx. So this, then close bracket. So there are two terms. So if you keenly observe this two term, you will get what? So first will be the formula for Fourier transform, okay, with what? The variable w minus a. So here we have w minus a. So we will write Fourier transform f of w minus a. So plus, similarly this one will be Fourier transform of this w plus a. So if we rearrange this one, we will get the RHS. So rearrange means we will get 1 by 2 f of w plus a plus f of w minus a, this one, this will be our RHS. So proved. So in this way we can prove the modulation theorem. Similarly, in place of cos x, if we have sin x, then we will proceed in this way, but here it will be, the formula will change, okay. So that we have to see, then the final RHS term will also change. Now if we see this formula in terms of, or this theorem in terms of Fourier sine or Fourier cosine form, then what will happen? So if I take Fourier sine of f of x cos ax, so it will be 1 by 2 times Fourier sine of w plus a plus Fourier sine of w minus a. Similarly, if I take Fourier cosine of f of x cos ax, so it will be 1 by 2 into this Fourier cosine w plus a plus Fourier cosine w minus a. So this two formula will be very easy to remember, because if cos is there, so no need to think, sine will always give sine, cos will always give cos, and those are will be in added, means plus, positive, plus sign will be there, means a plus b, like f of s plus f of s, f of means fc plus f of fc form will there. But in the second cases, third, fourth formula, there will be deviation. If I take sine, so alternate will come. Fourier cosine of, if we operate Fourier cosine, we will get in terms of Fourier sine. So this formula. If we take Fourier sine, okay, then we will get in terms of Fourier cosine. So how to get? So for that you can write this formula that already we have seen. Fourier cosine, it will be square root of 2 by pi, okay, integration from 0 to infinity f of v cos wv dv. So this way we can find v, or in terms of we can write x also, it's fine, no problem, because it's transformed. Similarly, Fourier sine also square root of 2 by pi integration from 0 to infinity f of x sine wx dx. So if we apply this formula for this function, then we will get, only thing we need some trigonometric formula, that is the formula of 2 sin A into sin B, okay, 2 sin A into cos B, 2 cos A into cos B. Those formula, if we know, if we use those formula and Fourier cosine, Fourier sine transform, then we can get very easily the modulation theorem for Fourier sine transform, Fourier cosine transform. In or other way, we can extract it from Fourier complex transform.